we have a block going up a hill. We know that the block has a mass of 2 kilos. It's going up in an angle of 30 degrees, and it has a force. There's a force acting on the block of 50 newtons. There is no friction, and this force is parallel to the plane. Now, we need to find the acceleration parallel to the plane and the force that we need in order to either have an acceleration of 0, a velocity of 0, or a constant velocity. Okay, so according to Newton's second law of motion, the sum of all the forces acting on an object is going to be equal to the mass times the acceleration. This is a way where we can find the acceleration, right? So we know that the forces acting on the object is going to be first the gravitational force given by the angle. That's going to be the mass. It's going to be the mass of the object times g times sine of the angle. And we also have the force that's acting on the object. So now we know that the acceleration is going to be the force is acting on the object over the mass of the object. Now we just plug in the values into the equation for the acceleration. 2 times gravity, which is 10, times the sine of 30 degrees minus a 50 of the force over 2. So acceleration going to be equals to, acceleration is going to be equals to minus 2.5. Now for B, we use the same equation that we used before, but we add an additional force. So we have mg times the sine of the angle minus the initial force plus this new force. It's going to be equals to the mass times the acceleration. And this side of the equation is going to be equals to 0 because we want the acceleration to be 0 or the velocity to be 0 or constant. So from what we found on the previous example or in the previous problem, this is, or from the previous question, this is going to be plus 5 minus 15 plus the new force equals to 0. So this new force is going to be equals to plus 5. Okay, now for example 3 or problem 3, let's write out